What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. My name is Eric.
My name is Abby.
All right, let's just start. You know what? Should I pour?
I think we should take a shot first.
All right, we'll take a shot first. So this podcast is actually, we are actually intoxicated.
Yeah,
I really shouldn't say that,
and
but
I will say I am not comfortable with this.
Oh my god! It spilled on my fucking pants. This
nasty! Coronavirus nasty.
We're about to get nasty, though.
Oh my god.
We're about to get nasty.
All
right.
I have
Did you shake this?
I did not, but don't drop that dun-da-dun.
Don't drop that dun-da-dun. Hey.
All right.
So, just for you guys listening, my best friend Kevin might just jump in here out of nowhere because he's playing pool with my dad currently.
I highly doubt it.
But if he doesn't,
I'm here. I'm his girlfriend. I'm representing him.
Okay, so let's start with that actually.
Okay.
You know what? Let's take a shot first before we start.
All right. You know we're sharing shot cups,
we're doing
right?
Fireball. Yes, coronavirus.
Let me do some ASMR while we're...
I don't know how much a shot is, so I'm just going to pour it. Dum, dum, dum.
For all you guys who like burps, pay us.
ASMR. Abby does, what do you call it? She does commission work. So if you pay her to do burps, she'll do it. And if you want high quality, she can do it on here.
I can really talk about that though.
Right,
to be honest, I've done webcam before.
Let me drink this.
I've done webcam before, and I see some shit, but I haven't done webcam for too long to know what it really is. But anyways,
we'll jump right into that.
All right.
Not quite, but
you're gonna ask me questions, right?
Yeah, but I want you to ask questions back. So hold on, I need my hand sanitizer because I feel like my hands are very sticky.
First of all, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Here you go. That's all right. You'll get used to it as we go.
Thanks. Sanitize yourselves. Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. How many days has it been since the governor announced quarantine? It's about like 11, 12 days.
We've been home. Me and Kevin been home. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you might want to speak a little closer to the mic. We got the dead cat on it, so the fan doesn't really affect it too much. Okay, so
should I look at the camera the whole time?
Yeah, that's fine. You can look at me too. If you don't feel comfortable looking at the camera, you can look at me. All right. So are we recording? I just want to make sure I'm recording.
Yes.
All right. So Abby.
Yes.
Who are you? Who are you to me, friends wise?
I am dating your best friend.
Who is my best friend?
Kevin.
Ooh, Kevin.
I basically took his ass away from you.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, that is not true, Eric.
Listen, I've seen shout out to Anthony. He's always being shouted out in every episode. Shout out to Anthony
because I
see. Well, hey, if you guys are looking for somebody,
Anthony Datu,
and you're good, Tony Datu on TikTok.
Tony Datu.
Follow him because he's funny as hell.
He is, from what I saw.
Are you following him yet on TikTok?
No.
You should.
All right.
Tony Datu.
All right.
Okay, so you're dating my best friend.
Yes.
How long have you guys been dating?
We've been dating. How long have we been dating?
You don't even
it's
know?
Almost 2 years.
2 years only? I thought it's been longer than that.
It's almost 2 years.
Wow! Congratulations.
We started officially dating in August 2018.
Do you know the exact date?
August 20th, 2018.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But I met him for the first time in May of 2018.
So can you actually tell me how you guys met?
Are you like deep in the story?
Yeah,
Eric?
Yeah. Let's just get right into this. Is the Deep Throat podcast. We'll get to that.
Okay, so your best friend,
Kevin.
Yes. He actually DM'd me. But we. No. I lied. He added me on Instagram, but we didn't talk to each other until one day I posted about me having anxiety attacks during work. And Kevin wrote to me and he was like, that's like my everyday routine. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing he said to me. So I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. And we're talking about it. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I don't even know your name. My name is Abby. What's your name? And he's like, oh, I'm Kevin. And then that's how it all started.
Okay.
He swears up and down I ghosted him, but...
Why did you ghost him?
I recently just got off a relationship at the time. And obviously I wasn't looking for anybody. I was just going through a breakup. This is so awkward.
Oh my goodness. It's okay. This is where we let it all out.
I was going through a breakup at the time. So, I was like really confused. So when he wrote to me, when he started saying that his name was Kevin and saying where he's from Guam and I'm from Saipan, which is like next to Guam.
Wow.
So we're like Chamorro and Filipino because I'm Chamorro and Filipino. This is so weird.
That's all right. You're good. You're doing great.
So while he was talking to me about my anxiety, I then was like, oh, by the way, my name is Abby. What's your name? And then we introduced each other. And then he started asking me to like hang out with him and stuff. But I was obviously working and...
Were you curving him? Or
to
you
him,
just ghosting him?
To him, it seems like I was curving him or ghosting him. But
Ouch.
to me, I was more like... The first time I looked at him, I was like, this guy's a player. He's going to break my heart.
Like it, right? He's a heartbreaker, man.
He looks like it.
How handsome is Kevin?
He's very handsome. So I was like, there's no fucking way. So then I was just, having fun and going with the flow. But I didn't take it seriously until like later on.
So when did you guys actually meet up in person?
We actually met up in person at EDC in 2018, I believe. We decided, since he saw me talking about me going to EDC in 2018, I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should meet for the first time at EDC at Post Malone's set. Yeah. I'm kind of drunk.
No, it's all good. Here's a fireball if you want it. It's ready.
Post Malone set. So that's how we started like saying like, okay, we'll meet at Post Malone set. So that's what happened.
Okay, so who made the first move?
He did.
He did. Okay, how?
Right when we saw each other, we said hi, and he gave me a kiss right away.
Like on the lips?
Like on the lips,
oh my God, Kevin. Yo, that's my dude. Fist bump on that one.
Here's the mic. He just kissed me right away.
He just like deep throated it.
And I have never had any guy do that to me. So
for you, was that like a turn on to you, or was that like weird to you?
To be honest, I was on Molly at the time.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was like not there, but I was there.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say that on YouTube.
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry to the kids out there. Yeah,
don't do drugs.
Don't do
kids.
drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
Say no to drugs.
But yeah, he made the first move.
Wow. So after that, how did you guys end up going out more, seeing each other more after that? Okay,
at EDC, it was the first time we saw each other. So ever since then, we actually didn't stop seeing each other since then.
Okay.
After EDC, we decided that we're gonna go to what is it, Encore? The club at Wynn.
Right.
And we decided to see Marshmello at that time.
Wow.
So we started clubbing after EDC, and then that's how it all started. And also it was around my birthday. My birthday is around May 28th.
Around May 28th, or it is May 28th?
It is May 28th.
So what sign are you? What sign
I am a Gemini.
Oh, Geminis are crazy.
Yes, we are crazy. We're
crazy.
Fucking wild, but he's still in for the ride.
What's Kev? What's Kev's sign?
Kevin is a
You're Pisces, right? That's why.
So I read that I'm really all about horoscopes and stuff.
Are you?
I am. So when I read about horoscopes, I tend to read his as well to see what he's feeling, but he doesn't believe in that shit. So
yeah. But is it accurate?
It is very accurate. Pisces
Scary, right?
People are very emotional. They're very like sensitive to a lot of things that you do and say around them. And I'm a Gemini. We can be two people at once,
two-faced.
and you won't even know.
Two-faced. That's what they say.
But there are two sides to a Gemini. There's a bad side and there's a good side. I feel I'm more on the good side.
Yeah, from what I've experienced from just seeing you and Kevin and like just our friendship, I think it's it's been pretty good. Like, you haven't showed really two sides of
Are
me.
you sure, Eric?
Yeah, for the most part. For the most part,
Should
for
we
sure.
take a shot on that?
Yeah.
I actually
The shots are ready. The shot is ready. So just take a half of that or all of it. I can pour myself another one. That was like a teeny.
I'll take a half
That's like
because
a teeny
we
shot.
share. Sharing is caring, everybody. During this coronavirus time, I mean, you shouldn't share.
Honestly, we're not practicing safe social distancing. This is not 6 feet, and we just shared a drink. But look,
we hella sanitize themselves.
But listen, alcohol kills the virus.
Yes.
So that sets that. Yes. Also, I'm probably going to take a pee break because, you know.
I know, I have to pee soon.
Do you have to pee soon or like right now?
Soon.
Soon, me too.
All right,
I can
next
feel it
question.
Coming.
I'm down.
Okay, so what were we on? This is, we were talking about horoscopes, right?
Yes.
And you strongly believe in it?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Isn't it scary how accurate it could be at time or most of the time?
It is very scary how accurate it can be. For me, it's very accurate for me as most of the time, but I try not to believe in it fully.
Why is that?
Because you shouldn't believe in things like that. I mean,
and
it's
more
just
people just write.
Yeah, it's just something that someone predicts or says.
Right.
But it's kind of weird that some of the times it's very accurate during my situation at the time.
Right.
And I get that, Geminis, people are saying like, oh, you're two-sided bitches. Can I say bitch on here?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're two-sided bitches. But it's true. Geminis can be two-sided, but there's like a good and a bad to me. And I'm more of like, I'm on the good side, but if I drink, then it's in the bad side.
So do you think you're on the bad side right now because we're drinking?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I think so.
How?
So for me,
How so?
It's kind of funny because growing up, my brother calls me Dolores.
Why?
My brother, the story that he told me was when he was in the kitchen. I happened to show up in the kitchen. He was watching a TV show. And he just started calling me Dolores, and I turned around and I answered to him like it was my name for the longest time. So it's been like that for a long time. Like my nickname is Dolores, which is kind of old style. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. Well, my homie Luke, that's actually his last name. So
Dolores.
Shout out to Luke.
Shout out Luke.
Luke,
Dolores.
That's your last name.
Wow.
All right. Yeah.
We have a connection, Luke.
There's a connection.
I've never met you
there.
before, but I feel it.
Yeah. Luke has a foot fetish. If you haven't seen my last podcast or my previous podcast with Luke, at the very end of the episode, he says, T2EJ, did you know I have a foot fetish? And then we cut it off right there.
Well, let me tell you, Luke.
We'll follow up on that.
You can support many women and their, things that they have to offer. I have no problem with that.
So I'm gonna follow up on that.
All right.
Do you sell feet pics? Or have you ever thought of it?
I don't, but let me be honest, since we're on this podcast. Yeah. I have talked to Kevin before, and I told him that I do want to find out if people have hair fetishes.
Hair fetish because you have long hair.
I have long
Look at that. For
hair.
anyone that's only listening,
hair.
Make sure you watch the video podcast and you can see how long her hair is.
I have very long hair.
Silky.
So let me be honest with you for a second. So I went on Reddit and I tried to post like, oh, do women post about their hair and do they make money out of it? But I didn't have enough karma points. So Reddit was like, you can't post this shit on Reddit because you don't have enough karma points. Right. But honestly speaking, if people do have a hair fetish, I will
hit her up.
Hit me up. Let me know.
Do you have a TikTok or like an Instagram that you want them to hit you up? Do you have a professional page or is it all personal page? Because we don't want to give what you don't want us to give.
I started a TikTok. I believe I am Abbykins on TikTok.
Can you spell it?
ABBYKINZ.
KINZ.
But on Instagram, I am _ like 2 underscores and then ABBYKINZ.
So they can actually reach out to you and ask you for hair pics.
Yes.
Wow, that's wild.
Please.
I never heard of hair pics. I've only heard of like feet pics and like, you know, other stuff.
I've heard of people like they have hair fetishes, but you know, I never really dug into that subject. But if you do have a hair fetish, hit me up.
Look at her hair. Can you like show it off a little bit?
I have
Look
really
at that.
like long.
Look at that hair.
My hair reached about almost
To your
past
butt
my butt.
Okay.
And I have not talked to Kevin about this. Well, I have, but at the same time,
he's gonna know. Hopefully he watches this episode.
I asked
and he'll
him.
find out.
Yeah, I asked him if it's okay if I can share like hair photos and stuff, and he said, "Yeah, go ahead, do your thing." So I'm like, "Fuck it, all right. Whoever has a hair fetish, hit me up."
Okay.
And
Well, let's go back to feet though. Is he okay with feet pics, or are your feet even nice?
I believe he's okay with it, but for me personally, I don't think my feet pics are my best. What is it called?
Feature.
My best feature of myself.
I think it's your hair.
My hair is my best feature of myself. I get a lot of comments on my hair, and yes, it is real.
It sure is. If I could pull on it, I would, but I really shouldn't. In respect for Abby and Kevin, I would not pull on her hair.
Yes.
Okay? I'm sorry,
Eric
guys.
is very respectful. But
but if you guys pay us a handsome amount of money, I will pull her hair. Like no
if you guys want to make income from me and Eric,
yeah. So send us the money. I will pull her hair.
Let me know.
No hesitation. No hesitation.
I personally would try to do pics for like feet pics, but at the same time, I don't think my feet is like the best out there.
You don't think so? Mine neither.
I'm not sure. I haven't tested it out.
Did you play sports in school or anything like that?
I was doing cheerleading in school.
But did that affect any of your feet?
I never liked my feet since I've grown up, but people say my feet isn't so bad. But
can I see them?
No.
Let's see them.
Oh my god, no! I didn't polish my feet.
All right.
Maybe next
we
podcast.
Won't go there. But I'll let you guys know my feet aren't the prettiest because of basketball. A lot of basketball shoes squish your feet and they mess up the look of your feet and your toenails and how they grow.
I do need to pee. All right.
You do need to pee? Go ahead. You can go ahead and pee.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Because I need to pee right after you.
All right. You can talk while I go pee.
All right, no problem. How long do you usually take?
Oh my god.
All right, let's go time it right now. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to time it. But this is Abby, my best friend's girlfriend. And I think I'm going to go ask her how we actually met. It's a short story. It's not really any special story. But Kevin was there. And aside from that, if you guys do have any questions you want me to ask any of my guests, definitely comment down below what you want me to ask, or certain people that you want me to ask, or certain people that you want me to have on the podcast. Definitely let me know. This is a podcast where I try to be open with everybody, and I hope everybody else tries to be open with me. So definitely let me know what kind of questions or what kind of content you want me to do other than these podcasts. Like if podcasts aren't your thing, which as you grow older, it'll probably be your thing. As long as it's entertaining you, it's probably something you'll be listening to. Just like my other friends, they do listen to podcasts all the time. So a good time. What do you mean?
Meaning.
Hold on, Abby's back. I was just telling people how people should ask me questions or what they want me to ask certain people on my podcast.
Meaning, I am very open-minded right now.
She's very open-minded. You want another shot, or when I come back from the bathroom?
When you come back from the bathroom.
All right, so if you can just do me a favor and like keep the people entertained, tell them something about if your platform or what you want to see from this podcast. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go on a pee break. Be right back.
Since Eric is in the restroom, I will say that I am not comfortable with doing this. I never believed that I would be good at talking on YouTube about anything because I'm very insecure about myself, mainly about my teeth. Hello. But other than that, I'm a very open-minded person. So I don't care what anyone asks me. I will tell you anything that you ask me about. But if you're wondering why I have this mic, like this fluffy thing by my mouth, it's because I am not comfortable doing this. All right, go ahead. Are you good?
Yeah. I just didn't realize how much I spilled. So you said you've been going out with Kevin for almost 2 years?
Yes.
What's it been like being with Kevin? No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
Okay, this is complete honesty.
You can give us a timeline or like just overall or...
All right. If my ex sees this, I don't fucking care. But anyways, being with Kevin is actually been the best relationship I've ever been.
Oh my God. So happy. So happy for you.
How shocking. No, wait.
I'm not shocked.
I'm seriously honest because Kevin's been the easiest, most like he's very considerate, is what I can say.
Yeah.
He treats a woman so good to where it's like they don't need to question it, which is what I feel. Kevin is a good guy, as you know. You're his best friend.
For sure.
You should know.
Yes. Known him over 10 years.
I know that he's had bad experiences in the past, which I have as well. So, like, to me, this is the easiest relationship I've ever been in.
Wow. Yeah. Congratulations.
I don't feel threatened. I don't feel like I need to keep tabs on him all the time.
Like you don't have any insecurities about him?
No insecurities about
awesome.
him. It is awesome because in my previous relationship, I've had a lot of problems. It's very toxic. I had a lot of trust issues because of my previous relationship before that. Do we need to really go into detail about that?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. From my ex-boyfriend before Kevin, I lived in Florida.
Wow.
And when I live in Florida, I've been with this guy named so-and-so. I'm not going to say his name. That's kind of rude.
That's fine.
But he was very toxic. He was very controlling. It was so bad to where I couldn't go to work, and he would argue with me about my coworkers, which were guys at the time. So we would have a problem with just that. And I'm like, if you're going to get mad about who I'm working with, like, this is not going to work out, right?
Right.
So past the relationship in Florida, I dated someone. He was a Costa Rican.
Okay.
Do I need to say that?
Okay.
He was a Costa Rican here. And I admit I did get into that relationship pretty quickly. But I then realized that when I was dating this Costa Rican, I was feeling like I was bringing in baggage from my relationship in Florida, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, that was just bad from the beginning. The guy that I dated, who was Costa Rican, he did cheat on me too. I found out he was talking to someone else while I was dating him. And other than that, I always knew that I had a problem with jealousy, and I just wasn't confident in our relationship. But when me and Kevin started dating, I didn't feel that, what is it called?
What, insecure?
I didn't feel that insecurity anymore. Like, I felt like Kevin would love me for who I am.
Wow.
And who I act around him,
Yeah.
And which is good. So I never had a problem dating Kevin at all, which is kind of weird to me because I always had problems when I was dating people before. But when I started dating Kevin, it's like I didn't have any problems at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it started coming back because I was like, oh my God, I need to start something. I need to start an argument. This is too easy for me. But he never made it that way. So me dating Kevin, your best friend, it's been very easy and very, to me, it's very, very blessed. Like, I've been praying for someone like this. And now that it's happening, it's kind of like a surprise to me.
Yeah. Wow, that is so sweet. That is so sweet.
I know it's sweet, but I know it's cliche. But I'm I'm being completely honest with you. I don't feel any insecurities when I'm with Kevin.
That's what I like to hear. That's my boy Kevin. Good job, Kevin. Let's go, bro.
But at the same time, I know that he had issues with people he's been dating at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. I knew about it.
But it's like he's taking these insecurities and he's just going with the flow, you know? Right. And that's what I like. Not like, but I love about him. Like, we can go through our relationship and he can act. He just go with the flow.
Yeah. So, okay. So I do want to follow up with that. I think you've already answered this, but let me just go over it again. Mm-hmm. So when you guys were in in the beginning of your relationship, were you afraid that it was way too easy? Like, this guy is way too good to me that something had to be up.
Yes. Trust me, I would try and find ways to make Kevin seem like he's not all so good. Mm-hmm. But no matter what obstacle or what steps I need to take to make sure that I bring him down, he tends to fight over it. Mm-hmm. Like, he'll go over that obstacle as if like it's not a big deal, which is what makes me even frustrated even more. Right,
because you're looking for that.
I'm looking for all the flaws, you know. But with Kevin, it's like he told me all about his relationship before me, and he told me that he wasn't happy. He got cheated on, and he just walked right over it. Yeah. So. Like, I get a lot of people tell me, they ask me all the time, like, oh, how's your relationship? How's everything doing? And they expect me to say, like, oh, there's something wrong with it. But when it comes to them asking me that question, I tend to answer them and be like, it's actually going good. Yes. And it's actually like, it's not a stressful thing to me. And it's like a surprise to them. And it's a surprise to me myself because I'm not used to this. Mm-hmm. I'm used to having something to complain about who I'm dating. Right. But when it comes to Kevin, it's like I have no complaints at all. So it's nothing new to me. And trust me, it's very shocking to me as well. And I'm trying so hard to find something that I can complain about. But I have nothing. So
it's almost like a fairy tale.
It is like a fairy tale with like nothing wrong going on.
That's what everybody deserves, I think, and for me being Kevin's best friend, I feel like he deserves this too. Because just knowing you, you're really great for him. You're awesome for him. So, thank you. As long as you're taking care of him and he's taking care of you, it's all good. If somebody's fucking up, I will fuck you up. Okay,
I'm gonna fuck you up, for bitch.
Sure. I think this is why me and Abby also get along, because we're almost like we're like similar.
The same person.
We're the same person, and I'm like, I was telling Kevin one time. I don't know. This might sound weird, but I was like, Kev, you know why you like Abby? Because she's like me. All right, we're very similar. We're very similar in the way we think. She's like
a girl version of you.
Yeah. So it's like you're dating a girl version of me, but I don't know. That might sound weird, but I'm just being real here. She is really, like a genuine person. She's super sweet. She's super awesome.
Thank you.
This is the type of relationship you would want in your life, like it's almost like a fairy tale, like almost like nothing can.
Can I be honest about something?
Go ahead.
I've told Kevin this before. I told him that, like, I know that we have a good, strong connection with each other, with me and you, but it's like, it's so crazy to me because I've never been so close to someone. And I will admit that when you have told me what Kevin's been through, it seriously like broke my heart. It really did break my heart because like knowing Kevin and how he is, it doesn't make me feel like he deserves any of that.
Right. He really doesn't.
He really doesn't.
He's been through some shit.
He's such a good person. He's
he's an angel.
He is.
He really is.
He is. He's an angel. Yeah. He's very good at treating a woman the way that they should be treated. Yeah. And I do admit that I haven't gotten that kind of response from someone before.
Right.
And what makes it even better is that he has a best friend that's like freaking amazing.
Who's that? Who was that? Oh my god! I didn't even know.
He did know. He knew. But it's like I love Eric, and I love Kevin. I love. They're so great, and I know that I'm like coming into this kind of like in a weird year, I guess, like randomly. Like, how did you? You know what? I'm gonna ask you a question. How did you feel when Eric? I'm tipsy. I'm sorry. When Kevin told you that he found someone. Let me hear about that because I don't know about that.
I don't know. I was like iffy about it. No, I'm just
now he's like, no, honestly, sure.
No, because with his previous relationship, you know, he went to me and we would talk about it. We were like, oh, she's going into this phase and like, what should I do about it? And I'm like, dude, that sounds really iffy. Like, that sounds sketchy as fuck. But go through it, see what happens, and even if you go through a tough time, you're gonna have to go through it, and you'll have to, you know, just go through what you have to go through. And unfortunately, actually, you know what? Fortunately, it happened how it happened because he then met you. Okay. And when he was talking to me about you, I was like, wow, this girl sounds amazing for you. So you know what? Let's see how it plays out, you know?
Did you believe him though?
Of course. I always believe him. It's not like, I'm not going to go out there and be like, Kev, I don't believe you. You know? Because he's my best friend. He's my brother. I will always believe him until, you know, something like it's just not what it is. But I know how Kevin is. I've known him for over 10 years. It's like, there's no reason to be, you know, off with something, you know?
Did you believe in me though?
Did I believe in you?
Yeah.
Well, not gonna lie.
Be honest.
Not gonna lie. When I first met you, all right, you know what? I actually want you to explain to people how we met. If you remember.
I think we met the first time at a pool hall.
Yes.
We did.
Coronavirus.
I just choked on a chip. Nope. I believe the first time that we met, we were at a pool hall. And we invited you out.
This is PT's.
At PT's, yes. So you came to PT's and Kevin told me that he invited you and you're his best friend. And, you know, I won't be accepted unless his best friend accepted me, which is like, which I was like, you know,
you have to win me over. You have to win me over. Okay. I like that.
Which I had no problem about.
Okay, Kevin, I didn't know that.
He did.
Bro. Yes. Bro. Okay. So Kevin. I'm going to have you over. If I have a girl, you know, you need to approve.
Yeah, Eric.
But if you don't approve, I mean, whatever. If it makes me happy.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, I definitely.
So we met at for the first time at PT's. And when I met Eric, I knew instantly that I would click with him.
How?
As selfish as it sounds. I know that I'm very good at meeting new people. So I didn't think that this was a big challenge than what he said it was.
Right.
So when I first met you, I was like, this shit is so easy. I'm gonna click with him. We're gonna, you know, and we did.
Yeah, we definitely clicked off the bat.
We did.
Right off the bat. Yeah, for sure.
And I knew right then and there that I was gonna get along with my boyfriend's best friend, which made me feel so much better because to me, in my opinion, if you're really close friends with your boyfriend's best friends, your relationship will last longer.
For sure. I truly believe in that.
That's what I think.
And if you guys look into horoscopes, we're like a compatible sign.
What are you?
I'm an Aries. My birthday is today. Hello.
Happy birthday,
what the
right?
heck?
Everybody say happy birthday to Eric.
March 29th.
I am a Gemini.
I'm an Aries.
But we get along. So good.
Fun. Yeah, for sure. We're the same person.
So good. Tipsy or not.
Yeah. She's not two-faced at all. Definitely not at all. I mean, not from what I've seen. She's not two-faced.
I'm the good two-faced.
I know and been around Geminis, and you can tell that like the two-faced in them. But Abby, I can't tell. Like she's the same person every time. Like she's
fucking
awesome.
Lit.
Yeah, she's lit.
I'm just super chill. Like that's just me.
For sure. So
super chill.
I do need to go to the bathroom soon again.
Oh my god.
But before I do that, I do want to ask you,
okay,
what do you think makes your relationship with my best friend, my brother, so successful? What are the keys?
All right. This is so deep. Okay.
Exactly.
Honestly speaking, to me, what makes our relationship really strong? I would say my past relationship, we never been very open and I guess very open with each other. So if something was going wrong with you or like if you're not happy with something certain in a relationship, people don't like to talk about it. But with Kevin, it's like from the beginning, he told me like, if you have any problems about me or anything, talk to me about it. Which made me like look at it in a different way. I've never been in a relationship where I can talk about anything. Like, if I'm being honest, I'm a Gemini. I have jealousy problems no matter what.
Yeah.
You can be like the saint of God and I can be like, oh my God, something's going on with you. But with Kevin, it's like, if I have a problem, I do tell him ahead of time, like, oh, I don't like what you're doing, or I'm questioning about why are you talking to this person? What's this person mean to you? Like I talk about it with everybody, with him specifically. Yeah. So if I have a problem, he told me in the beginning, if you have a problem with me, talk to me about it and we can figure out a solution at the end of it, which it really helped for me because I never talk about my problems. I've always kept it to myself until like all of a sudden I'm going to blow up. Right. But with Kevin, it's like if I have a problem, if I'm jealous about a certain person, which I have been already, and I talked to him about it. And when I talked to him about it, he told me, his explanation about a certain person. And then that made me feel a sense of like clarity for me. And I'm not going to talk about this specific person, but I will talk about that I have brought it up to him. I have brought up that I feel a certain way about you with this person, and he did clarify a lot of things for me. And then after that, I don't have that problem anymore. So I think that's the big difference when I'm dating Kevin, because I was never open about everything that I was with my past relationships. And to me, to have a perfect relationship, well, not a perfect relationship, but at least a relationship that can that's real and that can be worked on over the time of years. It's like you have to talk about if something is bothering you or if something is making you feel some sort of way between them and someone else. You have to bring it up with them, because if you don't bring it up with them, they're not going to ever know. And ladies, we know a lot of men don't know about our issues. You know what I'm saying? So when I bring up these issues with the person that I'm dating, he answers them in a certain way, and then it makes me feel some sort of comfort, So that's something different that I've never experienced with anyone before. Kevin made me feel like I'm very comfortable and I'm very open about anything that I bring up to him. And when I do I feel so good about it to where I don't have any problems with him.
No problems, no doubts.
No problems. And like I can say on here, what is it called? Real live time. I sound so stupid right now.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, but if I'm being completely honest with everyone who's watching, if someone tells you, you have to talk about everything that makes you feel like is something wrong in your relationship, please talk about it, because I've never been in that position before. And ever since that I started doing it, it made me feel so much better because, us Geminis are fucking jealous about everything. And I'm sure Geminis, they'll make you feel like, everything's going okay. But then at the same time, if something comes up, it's a fucking explosive like dynamite on you.
Right.
But with I almost said Eric. with Kevin, I feel nothing. Like no problem whatsoever. I can go to sleep and I can feel like nothing's wrong in the world. And I'm not just saying that because you're his best friend. I'm saying that with complete honesty. I wouldn't be with Kevin right now if he wasn't like that.
Wow. Completely. That's amazing.
Are you going to go pee?
I am, but I do have another question for you.
All right.
Why do you think girls hide stuff like that? Like their communication skills aren't what it should be, like how you just explain it. Why do they wait until maybe the guy fucks up or anything like that? Like, why don't they just express what they're feeling in the moment, and so they can communicate it better with their significant other and just get it out and solve it?
That's a very hard question, because me personally, when I was going through my relationships, it was very hard for me to, like speak up about what's bothering me. I guess for some women, you have to go through a certain thing in order to feel like you're very comfortable with speaking out about what's wrong with you or what's bothering you. Or some women will not want to say that because they don't want to feel like their boyfriends are going to resent them or they're going to be annoyed at them because they're bringing up the same fucking thing every time. Mm-hmm. For me specifically, I was never that open with anybody that I dated. And me being with Kevin, with the person I was with, I always like kept things to myself. Like if something was wrong, I would never bring it up. I would hold it in and I would watch his every move. And if he broke like a lot of things that I was like, that I have value for, that's when I would explode and I would like, take it out on him. But I learned that that's not gonna help you in your relationship. I felt that if something is wrong with your relationship, please talk about it. Please talk about what's bothering you, what is making you hurt more, what are your assumptions with whoever he's dealing with. Because if you keep assuming things, if you keep thinking things that are not actually what men don't know what the fuck you're talking about or what you're thinking about. And what we have to do, I learned, is that you need to tell them like how you're feeling, how you're being affected about the things that he does. So if he's talking to a certain person a certain way and you're questioning like, why is he talking to this person a certain way? Like, does he feel something for her? No, stop questioning it and start like talking to him about it. Like, what is it about this person that he's being so open about, or like that he's so interested in about? Like, that's what I learned. I learned the hard way that if I have any assumptions and if I can talk to him about it, then I will. If not, then you just gotta find out in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't assume all the way about how he is and why he is with certain people. You have to ask him every time, because if you don't know truly what his intentions are, you're always gonna assume what his intentions are, and I guarantee you it's always worse than what you expect it to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's my advice to other people. It's because like you don't know what these men are capable of. But if you want to ask them about it or like what their true intentions about it, then you'll know what their intentions are with talking to these people the certain way that they do. That's what I learned the hard way. I think we need another shot.
Okay, all right. We're taking another shot. I do need to go to the bathroom. Like
you should go to the bathroom. Oh my God. I feel like Kevin's gonna watch this and he's like, don't fucking post this.
What are you doing? I don't want people to know about me.
Don't fucking post this,
I need some more Coke though.
Coke, like Coca-Cola, okay? We don't talk about that Coke, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Not on air. Just kidding, guys. I don't do that shit. Maybe Abby, but I'm as clean as a whistle. All right, I'll be right back.
I'm gonna talk to my ladies.
Yeah, go talk to the ladies. I'll be right back in 1 minute.
How you do the whoa? Like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Like,
we should make some more TikToks. We should make some TikToks.
I do have TikTok. It is Abbykinz.
Spell it? Can you spell it for the people?
ABBYKINZ. I'm not sure if there's an underscore.
Yes,
but
sir. I'm not going to post it on speaker. That's a lot of work. I don't really want to do it. Okay, I'll be right back after this short message.
Ladies, I will talk to you while he's in the restroom. But let me tell you, it took a lot for me to be in the relationship that I am now. It makes you learn like what are your values, what are you worth, what are you willing to put up with. With all the past relationships that I've been in, it made me realize like, no, I'm not taking time to deal with your fucking bullshit, you know? So, me knowing that for myself, if there's a person that's gonna mess with my fucking time and mess with me, I am not gonna deal with it. So I'm just giving you advice for the women out there who's listening to me.
That's fine.
About relationships.
What kind of relationship tips are you giving?
I'm giving that if you are with someone who is not willing to put in the effort, put in the, you know, I guess effort.
Okay, so so sorry to interrupt you, but I do have to get this thought out of my head before I forget. I do have short-term memory.
All right.
What is effort like to you?
Effort to me is like, I guess the biggest thing is compromise. If you and your partner are talking about something, if you don't come with a compromise within the situation that you're putting into, it's not worth it for me. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like me, whenever I bring up a problem with Kevin, we always come up with a compromise. Even though if he doesn't believe in the value that I'm trying to portray him to, he will come up with something to, like, you know, meet in the middle with anything that I bring up. The only thing that I bring up was jealousy.
Is that your biggest problem in your relationship?
That is my biggest problem. And with that being said, in my past relationship before Kevin, I've always been jealous about my boyfriend thinking some way or somewhat about someone else before me. Like, my previous relationship, I feel like he wasn't looking at me and just looking at me, like specifically. I feel like he would look at other people or look at other women and be like, oh, like, I wish I was with this person, you know? But ladies, once you be with someone and once you realize like, oh my God, you're not good enough for this person that you're being with, fucking leave. Leave. That's my. So specifically speaking, the only problem I had with Kevin was with some some girl that
some other bitch
that he's close with.
Ooh,
okay. I'm not gonna say any fucking names.
Can you whisper it to me? I'm just kidding. We'll just mouth it to me.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Off camera.
I was very concerned about a certain person with him, and you probably wouldn't even guess who it is. But when I asked him a few questions like, oh, do you have certain feelings for this person, or do you feel a certain way? It's okay to tell me. Like, I'll be okay with it. He told me straight up that he had no feelings specifically for this person. This person cannot compare what he has with me.
Yes, sir.
Which is fucking good, right?
Yes, sir.
So then later on, I feel like, okay, I don't have to have a certain problem with this person. And she doesn't even fucking know that I had a problem with her, which is what you're supposed to do. Don't let an enemy feel like you're attacking her, because it feels like they have the bigger power over you,
right? Which
you don't ever want to feel like.
Right.
So I'm just saying it ahead of time. I don't fucking care about you. But anyways.
Right. Listen. Let me butt in for a second.
Go ahead, butt in. Oh shit.
Knowing Kevin, like I said, over 10 years now.
Over 10 years.
This guy is the most loyal person I've ever met in my life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Speaking about our relationship, our brotherhood, dude, like, I've known another person, I'm not going to mention his name, for the same amount of time, but was a snake. Snake in the grass.
We don't like fucking snakes.
We don't want snakes in our lives, all right? So if you're a snake in my life, get the hell out of the way. I don't need you in my life. I just need some real ass people in my life, like Kevin, like Abby, all right? And if you're just going to go behind my back and talk shit behind my back, I'm going to call you out.
Can I be honest on this podcast, something?
But I'm going to call you out.
Let me be honest about something.
Go ahead.
I've never been honest.
You're gonna name drop?
No, I'm not gonna name now. I'm not gonna name drop. That's fucking childish.
Yes.
I'm not gonna name drop, but let me be honest about something. About this specific person that I was worried about. I knew that I've always had this problem within myself. I knew that no matter how perfect a relationship is, I'm always going to find certain ways or certain positions to where I'm gonna like use that against the person that I've been dating. But with Kevin, it's fucking crazy, man. I've never had any problems with this dude.
Kevin don't give you problems.
Which is throwing me off.
He gives you solutions.
No, for real. Like, fucking.
That's Kev. Kev is like, let's say you had a brother. This is the brother you would want to have in your life. You have a son. This is the son you would want to have in your life. This is the most angelic person you've ever met in your life, and I am blessed to have you in my life, Kevin. Shout out to Kevin. You my boy. You my brother for life till I die. I would die for you.
With that being said,
period.
I've never had a problem with Kevin, and it breaks my fucking heart because I try so hard to like come up with different things to like attack this person, but I never could. And my brothers, I'm being completely honest with you. My brothers, they always know that I have something to say about who I'm dating, to where it's like they know, you know, not everything is going the right way that is planned. But when it comes to Kevin, it's like I have nothing wrong with this relationship.
Nothing.
And you know what? I've been praying. I've been praying and praying and praying for this kind of person to come into my life for a long time. And he doesn't know this, but I seriously been praying to God, like, please give me someone who's not gonna break my heart, who's not gonna look at me no matter how many times you compare me to other people. He's not going to break my heart. And it's like the now that I have it, it makes me realize like, holy shit, this shit is fucking real. I wish I can spill the tea. Like, I love fucking boba, but I'm not gonna spill the tea because there's no tea to spill.
There is no tea to spill.
There's no tea to spill. And it makes me realize that there are good people out there that will like love you no matter what.
For sure.
And I'm not just saying this for this fucking YouTube channel. I'm not just saying this because it's Erik's fucking best friend. I'm saying this because I really appreciate that I met someone who's going to love me no matter what. Love me no matter who he met in his life. Like, I feel like I'm gonna cry right now, but
it's okay.
I'm so serious, Erik. Like, I've been praying for this certain person in my life. And I've been cheating on so many times. And the fact that Kevin's been made it so easy for me, it shocks me to the to my core. Like, it shocks me to where, like, when my brother asked me, like, oh, is there something wrong with the relationship that you want to tell me? I have no words to say. Because it's like I've been waiting for this moment, and I'm not gonna like. I may be tipsy.
That's when the truth comes out, though.
I may be tipsy, but I'm not gonna break it to you. I'm not gonna break it to you like this shit doesn't exist, but it really does. And I don't care if any of you bitches are watching me right now. I'm telling you right now, if you try to break up me and Kevin's relationship, try on, like
all hell will break loose.
All hell will break loose. Like, I've been through it all. I will know if you're seriously the fuck, like, you're trying to break up our relationship. But I never had that problem with him.
Oh man.
I feel like there are some certain girls out there that will try to break it up, but at the same time, they're not trying to break it up to a point where, like, they'll actually break it up.
Yeah. So what is your social media? Where do you want people to follow you if you want to be followed? TikTok, Instagram.
My Instagram is __ Abbykin.
Spell it for them.
__ ABBYKINZ.
KINZ.
On social media,
on TikTok.
On TikTok is I believe it's _ ABBYKYNZ, and that's just me.
Yep, and I am EmazingErik, or
EmazingErik.
Erik Jason Photography on Instagram with a K, no C. I'm Erik. This is Abby, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.